Raven-Symoné recently shared a candid and unexpected story during her appearance on The Talk on Monday, October 7th. The 38-year-old Raven's home star opened up about an unfortunate incident involving a colon cleanse and a pair of designer Louis Vuitton shoes that she was forced to throw away. Recalling the mishap, Raven-Symoné linked it back to a discussion from a 2-year-old episode of her podcast Tea Time, titled Poop. She hosts the podcast with her wife, Miranda, and it seems they've touched on some, unique topics. If you watch the podcast, I've pooped in my pants before, she admitted with a laugh. The incident in question occurred while Raven-Symoné was on a colon cleanse, something she says she will never do again. Colon cleanses are known for clearing out the digestive system, but in Raven-Symoné's case, it resulted in a moment she would probably rather forget. She explained, "It was Louis Vuitton shoes. They went in the trash. You just can't get that kind of thing out." The mishap turned into a lighthearted discussion, though it still left the star disappointed about losing her prized shoes in such a memorable way. Raven-Symoné and her wife often delve into real-life topics on their podcast, and this time it was all about bodily functions. During the Tea Time episode in question, Raven explained how she first started inspecting her poop when her grandmother revealed she found blood in her stool. This revelation alarmed the actress, motivating her to be more conscious of her own health. "I was like, oh my goodness, I have to start paying attention. I don't want that to happen," Raven-Symoné said. She stressed that once people reach a certain age, it's important to start paying attention to what their bodies are trying to communicate. She added that poop is often seen as disgusting, which leads many people to ignore it, even though it can provide critical clues about their health. Her wife, Miranda, chimed in, hoping that the conversation would help normalize discussions around bodily functions like pooping, which are often seen as taboo. As the conversation continued, Madai asked her wife if she had ever pooped her pants. Raven-Symoné didn't hesitate to share the full story, explaining that it happened during the aforementioned colon cleanse. At the time, she was in a car service with a driver who, despite her growing discomfort, refused to pull over so she could use the bathroom. The actress was caught in an embarrassing situation. "I felt embarrassed to tell him, I'm about to actually in your car," she said. To make matters worse, the driver explained that he couldn't drop her off at a bathroom because he had another client to attend to. Desperate for relief, Raven-Symoné eventually convinced the driver to let her out of the car. She found a nearby garage, but unfortunately, it was too late. "I'm walking to the corner to take a squat, and it's just pooping," she started to explain. Before Madai humorously interjected asking, "Just pouring out of you? Raining?" Raven-Symoné then described the unpleasant task of having to wash up in a public sink. Reflecting on the situation, the Cheetah Girls star admitted that it wasn't the fact that she had an accident that upset her the most. What really stung was ruining her Louis Vuitton shoes. "First of all, I wasn't even mad about the fact that I pooped on myself. I was mad about the fact that I pooped on my Louis Vuitton shoes. I was pissed. I had to throw them away. I didn't know how to clean them. It was disgusting," she said. Before wrapping up the story, Raven-Symoné shared a piece of practical advice for anyone considering a colon cleanse. Stay at home. She warned her viewers not to venture out while undergoing the process, especially if they are traveling by car service. "Do not get in a car service. Just stay in the house until it's over, because you're not allowed to fart. Because if you fart, she said. "You're unsafe at all times." In her usual comedic style, Raven-Symoné managed to turn an embarrassing moment into a relatable, lighthearted tale, leaving her audience with both a laugh and a word of caution.